Put my face on no box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they compete. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On 1st and 10, Book into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look,
rush coming, and he's taken down. The take, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To try again after the sack. Book flushed out right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. Book from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Logan. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Book. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On play action, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Cowboys 10, Saints nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Book. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. There he goes right side. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Prescott now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. 10th carry now for Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime. point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17, Saints 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Touchdown! Dalton Schultz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A second down throw for Borg. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw is Borg. And this one is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. From the 38, Cook. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Book now. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. That catch good for only a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 45 on second down. Book. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Book. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Complete to TJ Logan. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. TJ Logan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pollard to return from the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Book now to throw on 1st down. And complete right side to Cook. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And the Saints, 1st down.
On 1st down, Book. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A 1st down throw for Book. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, Book. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Elliott. Shoves him aside. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now Book. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they go play action with Book. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Book. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. And that seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them.